What's up, everybody? We are back out here at the ponds. If you guys haven't seen my last video out here at the pond, we had some topwater action going on. It's only a few minutes long. You guys should go check that video out. I'll leave that linked up at the top and down in the description. But today we're going to be taking a look at left-handed versus right-handed bait casters. Now I've got both. I've got both with me today, so we're going to be throwing both. We're hopefully going to catch some fish with them today, but really, this is just going to be to see which one I like better, left-handed or right-handed bait casters. Because, yeah, I've just been kind of questioning that the whole time. You know, you use spinning reels, you reel on the left side, but as soon as you switch to a bait caster, you reel on the right side, and you have to, like, throw it and then switch hands with a right-handed bait caster. So we're going to see today if, you know, us righties and stuff can use left-handed bait casters and see how comfortable they are. Okay, for the loadout today, we've got the Zebco Roam Pink Boy. You guys have seen this in my last video or a couple videos probably before. And then on this side we have the left-handed Temu bait caster. I got this for $4 off of Temu. It works pretty good, actually. It casts pretty good. It doesn't want to backlash a lot. I did have some issues with the drag not too long after using it, but I mean, I used it in saltwater, so what do you expect? I pretty much destroyed this thing already, and it was only $4, so I'm not too worried about it. It's mainly just to decide which one I like better, left or right-handed bait casters. Let me put this in the sun. So yeah, trying to figure out which one I like better, the left hand or the right hand, for reeling, for just nice retrieves, maybe some top water. See which one I like better, because I'm still indecisive about it, and I want to get a nicer bait caster for this ugly stick, but I'm not sure if I want to get a left-handed or a right-handed one. So we're going to come to a decision today, hopefully, and yeah, let's get on them today. I'm gonna start out fishing with the left-handed bait caster for a little while because I've been using the right-handed one out here for a bit and caught a few fish on it, so I know how it feels already. I will say this bait caster's kind of messed up. When you press the button and start reeling, sometimes it doesn't want to start reeling. You have to actually forcibly click the button up. I'm not gonna make that sway my decision at all. Yeah, let's just give it a cast out there. See, it casts pretty nice. I probably need to adjust the brakes a bit since I put this new crankbait on there. I haven't adjusted anything. Oh yeah, this crankbait's gonna go nuts. I haven't actually used this out here yet, but I've had this in the tackle box for a while, and I think it's gonna go ham. So let's look. I've got the brakes like minimum right here. The spool's shaking, and it still barely will go down. So let's turn the brakes all the way off. There we go. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a cast there. Yeah, there we go. That's going out there. I do got to worry about that grass that's out there. You guys know I like to fish a lot of topwater here, so we might actually scooch over just to get out of the way of that, and I don't want to get stuck with this crankbait. So basically, yeah, this thing's casting pretty good right there. Now, I will say that reeling, for some reason, reeling with my left hand on a bait caster feels kind of weird. It doesn't feel like you're reeling with a spinning reel. Oh, did I get one there? No, we got hung up. It doesn't feel like reeling a spinning reel with your left hand. It's not the same. Look at that, I caught a net or something. Let's get that out of the water. But it really doesn't feel the same. Like, I know with a spinning reel, I can't even hardly reel with my right hand. But on a bait caster, for some reason, it does feel more natural reeling in on the right side. I'm not sure exactly what's up with that. This crankbait actually goes pretty deep, so I'm kind of worried about it getting hung up out here today, but we'll see. Hopefully we don't. It's casting pretty good though, this Temu bait caster is, so let's see. I really want to get a fish on it and see. I've used this thing a few times, but I don't even know if I've actually caught a fish on this bait caster yet. So I would really like to do that just to see what it's like, because it does, like I said, it feels kind of weird reeling on the left side. I need to see what it feels like with a fish on and see if I can actually horse a fish in, because that's going to be the real test here. Now, I will say I do like the aspect of throwing, and I can keep the reel I can keep the rod and reel in my right hand forever. I don't have to switch over, throw it, and then switch over to my left hand to start reeling. I can keep the rod and reel in my right hand. Like if I really wanted to, I could cast one-handed. That wasn't a great cast. And then just start reeling. Like I don't have to switch hands and stuff like that, which is definitely kind of weird on the left-handed bait or the right-handed baitcaster. I'm not the biggest fan of having to do that. Let's catch a fish on this crankbait, yeah? I've also never caught a fish on this crankbait, so we're kind of doing a double test here. You would think that this thing would catch some fish, because this thing looks nuts, honestly, in the water. I'm kind of scared to retrieve it slower because I'm afraid it's going to get hung up on the bottom. But let's go a little slower. Oh, we're getting knocks. I think we're just hitting the bottom. Just waiting on the fish to swipe at this thing. Get a couple pops. I will say that, you know, I don't know if I really like the left-handed baitcaster. I'm already kind of feeling like it's weird when you try to pop it and things like that. I like popping the rod when it's in my left hand for some reason while I'm retrieving. Like, I don't know how I would do with topwater on this, because you got to be a little bit more finessey. I can't just straight reel it in. I'm not sure exactly how I would do with that. Let's just catch a fish on here so I can see what it feels like. I'm already gonna say though, I like the idea of the left-handed baitcaster, but for some reason, reeling on this side on a baitcaster feels weird. Reeling on this side on a spinning rod feels completely normal. I am not sure why. I don't know about that. Maybe it's because the handle's like smaller or something. I'm not sure. I haven't made my decision yet. We do need to catch a fish on this thing and see what it feels like to reel in a fish. I will say this Temu Baitcaster costs pretty good though. For being $4, like literally $4, that's how much this cost. So can't complain too much there. I do want to get on some topwater before the bite ends. Sun hasn't even come over the trees yet, so I bet they're hitting some topwater today. Although I'm not seeing a bunch of splashes over there, so maybe they're not quite hitting it yet. Come on, don't take my crankbait. You can't have my crankbait. The drag on this thing is really bad. Look, I can't even pull this. Look, it's pulling drag, like barely even. I don't know. This drag is not great. Come on. Oh, I thought I freed it up just there. Do we still have my crankbait? I think I got my crankbait back. Let's go. Yes, sir. Didn't even bend out a hook. Wow. This H20X Academy crankbait, lipless crankbait, it's working pretty good. This is the sexy shad color. All right, we're probably gonna have to, I think we're gonna have to readjust this thing a little bit here, because it doesn't seem to want to be moving. Look, I've got the spool like all the way loose, and the brakes are all the way loose, and it still barely drops this crankbait. And I'm pretty sure this is a 1/4 ounce crankbait, so it's not like it's a super lightweight or anything like that. It should be dropping quite significantly. Like, anyways, again, this isn't about the quality of this baitcaster, because it's pretty bad, but it'll work. Now, will it catch a fish? I don't know about that, honestly. We might have to see. I don't know if this is tightening the drag or loosening it. That's loosening it. So that's another thing about a left-handed baitcaster. I don't know which way the damn knobs turn, because they're backwards. Look at that. That's the drag. That's the drag all the way tight. I can pull it out by hand. That's pretty bad. Like, I'm barely pulling it. I can pull it out with 2 fingers, just about. Like, that's pretty bad. If we got a big fish on this, I'm not sure we'd be able to get him back in, honestly. Yeah, I think I've already come to a decision, but again, like I said, I really want to catch a fish before we ultimately decide. Reeling on this side with a bait caster just seems so weird for some reason. Huh. I can't believe it. Oh, there's a first backlash there. Ooh. Oh, that's another thing, is getting out of backlash with the left-handed bait caster feels kind of weird too. I'm more used to getting out of backlash with my right hand, picking it out, having to like switch hands and all that just to get it, just to reel. Hopefully my crankbait's not stuck at the bottom. No, we got it. We finally caught a fish on the Temu Baitcaster, and boy was it a fight. This thing felt like a 10-pounder. No joke. This thing literally felt like a 10-pounder. We gotta let him go. I wonder how much he does weigh though. But that fish, I mean, with this drag, I barely pulled that thing in. And I will say it felt kind of weird reeling him in with the left hand. Definitely felt different. So, but it's hard to tell, honestly. I shouldn't have got such a cheap bait caster, or I should have done this video before my drag broke. Because honestly, it's kind of hard to tell whether I don't like it and it's awkward because the drag's not holding up and I'm barely even able to reel in the fish, or I can't tell if I don't like it because it just feels awkward. I honestly can't really discern that right now. I definitely think it just feels a little awkward. But yeah, that was a decent fish we just caught. I tried to weigh him. I was gonna get a weight on him, but my scale's dead right now. The batteries are rusted out, so gotta replace the batteries on that. Unfortunately, I don't have any with me, so we're not gonna be able to weigh any bass today. So that's unfortunate, because I wanted to get a weight on that guy. Not that he was super big, just I'm trying to kind of see what they weigh at in this pond here, because I do like fishing here a lot. And I pulled out some decent sized bass out of this pond, at least 3 pounds. So trying to get a weight average in a sense. All right, I think we're gonna switch over to the right-handed, see if we can't get on some top water here. If the top water is really hitting, we'll actually switch from this crankbait to a top water and see how the top water feels in the left hand, or on the left-handed bait caster. So yeah, let's throw this frog a little bit. Got the popping pad crasher in the black and yellow. So already having this in my hands feels more natural to me. I don't know why. It's not like I've used a bait caster very much, so I don't know why it feels more natural. The only downside I have with a right-handed bait caster is having to do this all the time, switching hands. But once you get past that, it does feel more natural to actually reel on this right side, as weird as that is. Because if you gave me a spinning rod with the reel on the right side, I wouldn't even know how to use it. I wouldn't even know what to do. Like I'd get a feel for it, but it would just be very weird. Actually, I kind of want to throw the whopper plopper on as my top water. This frog has gotten hit out here a few times, but I just feel like I do much better with the whopper plopper. We'll give this a couple of casts though. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and stick with the right-handed bait caster. I'm not the biggest fan of having to switch hands, but it does feel more comfortable after you switch hands and you start reeling on this side. It does feel more natural as a right-handed person. But I would say for you, if you're trying to figure this question out yourself, you can do kind of like what I did and buy a couple cheap reels and figure it out, or you can go to the store and feel them out, see which one feels better. I would say if you put a left-handed baitcaster in your hand and you go to reel it and it feels awkward, you're gonna run into the same situation that I'm in, and I don't like it as much. I like reeling with my right hand on a baitcaster. I don't know why. It seems really backwards from everything I've known in fishing my entire life, except for spin cast reels. Like spin cast, they were on the right, so maybe that's why I'm kind of used to it. I don't know. Oh, we got bit. We got one on a frog. No, he came off. I didn't set the hook good enough. Dang. Oh man, that sucks. I'm still trying to figure out this frog and how much I gotta set the hook, but oh man, you really gotta set the hook on that frog. Dang, man. I really thought we had that one. That's another thing that I'm not the biggest fan of the frog is like, you've got to get the gnarliest hook set to land these fish, which I'm not used to setting the hook that hard because I'm kind of more of like a saltwater fisher guy most of my life. So I'm not necessarily used to setting the hook like that. I mean, I should have tried to throw him into the next pond behind me, apparently, because I thought we hooked him. I thought we had him pretty good. I mean, he pulled it under and had it in his mouth for a good minute. I don't understand how it came out, honestly. Let's try to get another bite on this frog, and if we keep missing fish that are biting on topwater, we're gonna switch to the whopper plopper, because I definitely have a better hookup ratio with those treble hooks. Even if they just come up and swipe at the treble hooks, they can get hooked. This frog, man, you really got to get a perfect bite to get them hooked. Oh man, it's so hard to see this frog with the sun glare right there. Cannot see anything. I wouldn't even be able to tell you if I got a bite there. I couldn't even see my bait. Man, that's crazy. He gulped that thing too. I can't believe we didn't catch a fish there. Maybe I had too much slack in my line when I set the hook and it didn't get a good hook set on him. I don't know, guys. I'll have to watch the video back and see what we did wrong there. I think I just didn't set the hook enough, or there was too much slack when I did set the hook, so it didn't get them very good. Not sure. I need a dragonfly topwater, man. That's what's really prevalent out here. That's what these fish are biting on topwater, are these dragonflies, I'm pretty sure. If I had a dragonfly sitting on the top, man, oh dude, it'd get eaten every time. I need to get like a red popper, because that's what color these dragonflies are. They're like reddish, like brown. I need to get a popper the same color as them so that they can confuse these fish. Just want to catch a fish for you guys in this video. I don't want this video to just be me talking. Although the point of this video wasn't for me to catch fish, it was for me to come out here and decide which baitcaster I like better. I've used the left-handed and I've used the right-handed on separate occasions, but I've never used them side by side like this. And using them side by side has definitely helped me come up with a definitive answer as to which one I like better. As you guys can probably tell which one I like better, it's this one. If you guys haven't been watching the whole video, the right-handed baitcaster for me definitely feels more natural. I could use the left-handed one, and honestly, if that was the only one I bought, I'd probably be okay with it. I wouldn't be seeking out, like, I wouldn't be like, oh, this is so uncomfortable, I can't use it. I would still use it, but this is definitely more comfortable for me for some reason. I don't know if it's just because I've used the left or the right-handed baitcaster more or what. I'm not sure exactly what the deal is and why I like it better, but I do. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're gonna cut it out here. I've made my decision. I like the right-handed baitcaster best, so we're gonna be ordering a nice right-handed baitcaster for myself pretty soon to go on that ugly stick, because this is my girlfriend's setup. To be real, we bought this for her, and not that I'm not allowed to use it, but you know, pink rod, coming out here bass fishing. You know, I don't care about using a pink rod. It doesn't bother me at all, but don't want any judgment from people. People are judgy. Plus, I want a nicer baitcaster for myself, because this Zebco is okay. I mean, you can see it works, but I'm maxed out on the brakes. And if I go one less on the brakes, it'll backlash. Guaranteed. I promise you. I'm maxed out on the brakes. I'm on 12. If I were to go to 11, it's like there's no brakes at all. And that for me just screams not the best quality. So I'm trying to find a baitcaster that has a little bit more bearings, a little bit higher gear ratio, and just better quality overall. That's what we're gonna be getting into. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and and listening to me ramble on while I'm trying to make a decision here. But I think we finally decided that the right-handed baitcaster is for me. Now, is this going to be the best video for everybody to figure out what they like? No, not necessarily, because I would say you need to go out and try both before you can make a definitive answer. Because honestly, if I were in the store feeling them, I probably wouldn't notice these couple things that I don't like about the left. What was that? What the heck was that? Couple things that I don't like about the left. Looked like a little baby Loch Ness monster out there. Did you guys see that? Something had its head poked up, and that could not have been a turtle. That thing had its head poked up like 7-8 inches out the water. I can see the wake of it moving. What the heck is that? All right, there's some weird shit out here going on in this river, in this pond today. So I might try to throw the frog over here a couple times, see if we can't get a bite. Like I said, this side is a lot more shallow, so maybe they will be more keen to hit this top water. But yeah, guys, we're gonna end it out here. Unfortunately, we couldn't catch any fish this morning. I'm not sure. We didn't even get, we got like a 1 bite on the frog, and haven't really had any other action since that. So not sure what's going on this morning, why they're so dude, there it is. That's a snake. Did you guys see that? That's a snake, bro. Dude, 100% that's a snake. That thing just, I mean, what in the world? It's poking his head out the water and going. Like, I hope you guys could see that on the GoPro. That was really crazy looking. There's a turtle right there. See, I can tell the difference between a turtle and whatever the freak that thing was. I mean, that thing was 10 inches out. Look at it, there it is. It's way out there, but it is. Dude, that's so creepy. What the heck? There's like a freaking snake out there or something. Maybe we should be throwing a snake bait. What the? Maybe we should throw a bait that looks like a snake out here. Oh my gosh, bro, that's insane looking. What's he? I mean, I guess they don't breathe the water because they don't have gills, so he's coming up for air. But he is traversing this pond here. I mean, he's moving. That is so wild to see a snake popping out the water like that. There he is, way out there. Dude, what in the heck? That's so creepy, guys. That is so freaking weird. All right, never seen that before out here. And we've been out here quite a few times. Never seen a snake coming out of the water like that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe it helped you guys decide whether or not you want a right-handed or left-handed bait caster. So yeah, I hope this video helped you guys, and go catch some fish. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.